afternoon, Ken Viard from Pilot Partner here, sitting in our Bonanza A36 turbocharged. We're about to go do a flight, and one thing that has been really bothering me lately is every time I flew this plane, I would have to pull out a little paper log, write down my tack start and tack end time, and then eventually our finance person would come down, pick up that paper log, and send me an invoice for my flying time. And that's because I'm in a partnership, and many flying clubs, partnerships, and even flight schools work this way. Some personally owned airplanes also, they like to write down those flights. So in Pilot Partner, we found a way to automate this and turn that into an electronic logbook like the rest of our logbooks. So I'm about to do a flight, and what we're gonna do is demo to you how I use Pilot Partner to log my tack time, hobs time for my flight and have it logged automatically and not touch paper. Since I have an electronic tack and hobs time, the first thing I do is power up the airplane and display the tack time and hobs time. So that's our current start time. Then I go to Pilot Partner, and what I do is add a new flight, make sure I select the right tail number. So I'm flying 36 Lima Mike now. And what this allows me to do is to confirm the tack start time. So since we just had maintenance done and I was not the last to fly it, it's 8.6. This says 8.3. So let's go ahead and 8.6. And you notice that the end time follows along with it. Next, I have areas to log what kind of flight this is. Since I'm returning from maintenance, I'm gonna choose maintenance. We just had an oil change, so we don't need to do anything here. I will be adding some fuel, but I don't know yet. We'll enter that before we complete our flight. And then I can say oil change complete. These fields up here are all custom, so you can do anything you want and collect information that matters to you and your club. This is what my partnership likes to track, and those are fields in our paper logbook. And now I can go on to my hobs time. It says hobs is 5338.2. 8.7 is the correct answer. So I will log 8.7 there. Now the great thing here is, since I haven't completed the flight, I'm gonna click Save Draft. What this does is just saves that flight locally, so that the next time we come in after we land, we can resume. All my entries are saved there, and I can resume and put in the correct end times, and my total time will calculate. All right, so we just filled up the airplane. We put 67 gallons of gas in the airplane. I'm gonna go pick up my receipt, because that's gonna be important for when I land, to remember the 67 gallons of gas. So I got my receipt here. 67 gallons of gas at $3.75 a gallon. Not a bad deal. So now we're gonna fly back to Austin, and we will continue showing you how this login works. All right, welcome back to Austin. We just landed. Now it's time to finish logging our flight. So let's see what we do in Pilot Partner once we land, since we have already entered our start times, both hobs and tack. Now we can finish this up. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my hobs meter and tack meter. Get that up there. So there's our times. Go into Pilot Partner. Just add new flight. And it remembered what we had because we saved the draft. So then I'm going to come down. 9.3 is the end of tack. 9.3. And 9.4 is the end of hobs. So that gives us 0.7 tack and 0.7 hobs in this case. And if we look, it automatically puts our total time where to match the hobs. The other thing we can do is I can track how much fuel I added, so the next pilots know that I actually added fuel. 67.6 gallons of gas is what I added. So let's do 67.7 there. And now I can continue and log my flight just like I normally would. So KGTU to KAUS. It's pilot and command time. It was a maintenance flight. That's a custom category that I track. I get one landing, and I actually did fly a little IMC, and I shot one ILS approach, and I also get credit for tracks. And that was actual approach into Austin. Didn't have to do it. I could have scud runned it, but decided to file after I checked out the avionics and was happy with it. I did that VFR. Save. And now my flight time has been logged, including my Hobbs time, attack time, and my maintenance tracker. If I come into maintenance tracker, has been updated to the times that I just did, and I can see now that my oil change now has also been updated, so it's no longer 30 hours due. It's now less than 30, so 29.3 hours is actually what it's at, but we don't show decimal places there all the time. So that's how you log your flight after you get done flying, and everything is done. Didn't have to do any math and didn't have to write anything in paper. So it's a fantastic addition to Pilot Partner. And if you hate going to the plane to get your paper logbook, get your partnership, your flying club on Pilot Partner to use this. You don't have to be a Pilot Partner logbook user to participate in filling out this logbook, although it is much, much better if you do.